Hello, hello, my travel adventurers out there. So this video is strictly for my post-transplant travel adventurers. So hello, and welcome to this new chapter, this new journey. I want to quickly share with you 2 hacks that I came up with for traveling internationally with your travel meds. So let's just go ahead and jump right into it. First things first, let's talk about packing your medication. So I personally like to travel with a letter from my transplant team as well as my actual bottles. But in addition to that, what I like to do is bag up my medication just like I did back when I had congestive heart failure and only had a few pills. So what you'll notice is, yes, on here I have the time as well as the date and my little pills in there. All right, and I then put them in a separate sandwich bag. So this is all Thursday's pills. These are all Friday's pills. And then I put them all together in a larger sandwich bag, and it just makes it easy for when I actually arrive to my destination. I always constantly speak of make sure that you bring more medication than days that you are coming. So perfect example, I'll be here in Bali, Indonesia for a week. I went ahead and brought 3 weeks of medication with me because I had it. But nonetheless, make sure that you have more medication than what you would think you would need, because the reality of it is that we cannot be at the mercy of life's inconveniences, so to speak. So, prayerfully it never happens again, but think about when COVID happened and you had several people that were stuck at their destinations, I should say like vacation destinations. While granted, we pray that nothing ever happens like that, but flights do get delayed. Things do get thrown off. And the reality of it is, especially when you're traveling someplace like Bali, Indonesia, that does not have a heart transplant center for me, then I can't take that risk, because once again, living life fully and going on all these adventures that await us is 100% possible, but we are all about risk management. So we're going to make sure that we lower the risk and make sure that we have enough medication. And the reason why I put them in these small sandwich bags is because then when I have my little fanny pack that I love traveling with, I can easily put today's medication in as well as tomorrow's in my bag, and I have that with me even though I'm scheduled to return right back to the resort within 3 or so hours. Once again, I'm just making sure and doing my due diligence. Now, this is a preference. Let me tell you about the hack that I feel as though it's not a preference, it's 100% something that we all should do. We know that when you travel internationally, chances are you're going to be outside of your home time zone. So if you're supposed to take medication at 7 a.m. and 7 p.m., that's 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. wherever your destination is different than at home, especially if you're traveling someplace further away, like in Europe, Asia, Africa, or Australia, then you're also crossing the date line. And what that date line is, as give an example, here in Bali, it is Thursday, but back at home, it is still Wednesday. I believe there's about a 13-hour difference. The point being that you do not have to do all of that head math when you can do this simple little hack in your phone instead. Opposed to just merely setting a regular alarm to go off, which that alarm is going to go off according to the time of where your phone is. So wherever your destination, vacation destination may be. Instead of doing that, create a calendar event and make sure that the time zone is your time zone back at home. What that does is, give an example, when it is time to take my 7 a.m. medication, Chicago time, whatever time that is here, which I do believe is like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, something like that, something weird, something random. But nonetheless, it's going to give me an alert here at the appropriate time. So then that way I'm not late on my medication. I'm not missing any medication, none of that. I just simply put in an event in my calendar, make sure that the time zone has my home time zone, which is Central Standard Time. And no matter where I am, so in addition to Bali on this trip, I'm also going to South Korea. No matter where I am, my phone is going to give me an alert at the proper time to take whichever medication. So I nickname my medication. So like morning pills, breakfast pills, evening pills, dinner pills, afternoon meds, like whatever the case may be. And then I know in my mind, 7 a.m., 7 p.m., 1 p.m., I know which one of these baggies that I am going to take. All right, so I pray that this was helpful to you. And once again, just as I always say, clearly we have reached another chapter in our lives for us to live life fully and take on all the adventures that await us. It is up to us to make sure that we do our due diligence, in being grateful for our new organ, but also being responsible. So it's all about risk management. And yes, we can definitely have some good old risk management while still living life fully. So let's do that and let's do it together. All right. I hope this was helpful to you. Love y'all. See you later.